This is me as a kid. I was about 11 or 12 years old. At the time when these images were taken, I was going to school every day. I had, on the surface, a normal life. But since I was a young child, I was being raped by my father. But it got a lot worse as I got older. My father is a Freemason. I was taken to a lot of rituals in central London, in the Grand Lodge, or sometimes more locally in the local area where I lived, which was in Richmond, Teddington.
What was the main way in which the Freemasons abused children, and you specifically?
The main way was rape, but the worst ways were using your hand to kill another being.
What was that abuse? Just so that we can then understand what you're acting out here as children.
I saw a little boy being murdered by the Freemasonic group, and in this particular ritual, which is in the Grand Lodge in London, I've talked about it in other videos, there were many little boys. I saw how there was rape in different rooms of the Freemasonic building, where the little boys and me were taken into rooms and raped by these men, and this boy, he was lying on the altar, and then they made each little boy in turn come up and stab him with a knife in the heart to kill him.
Why do you think they did that?
To have power over you so that you won't speak out.
So you've described how a little boy was murdered through the forced participation of other children in that murder, coerced by the Freemasons.
Yes.
At the Grand Lodge in London.
Yes.
Not some small local lodge, but
No.
the Grand Lodge.
The Grand
This isn't
Lodge.
some tiny splinter group of the Freemasons.
No, and this Grand Lodge, it's connected to the establishment, the government.
Prince Philip, for example, is an extremely high-ranking Freemason. Prince Philip, of course, husband to the Queen, father to Prince Andrew, we now know a man who rapes trafficked children. Prince Philip was also best friends with Jimmy Savile. As we've described in a previous video, Prince Philip was patron of the camp where I was ritually abused, called Outward Bound. That camp, Outward Bound, and the group Outward Bound was under the directorship of Jimmy Savile. You can look this up on Companies House. Jimmy Savile was the director of a group of camps. When you have a secret society running a police force headed by Prince Philip, who we now know was associated closely with Jimmy Savile, ran a network of camps called Outward Bound, at which children were raped and abused. Prince Charles, very close friends with Jimmy Savile, was marriage counsellor to Charles and Diana, had intimate access to all of the royal family's properties, among other properties. We also know Prince Philip's other son, Prince Andrew, rapes, sex-trafficked children, supplied by Jeffrey Epstein. This is all public information now. When you have a police force, in which 2/3 of those in the police force are members of the Freemasons, headed by these people, this so-called royal family, it's not very surprising that when a child or an adult reports the abuse of children, that the members of the police force turn the survivors into the criminals.